This is the book of 2nd Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest parts of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the heights will begin to visit the world which he made. Barak tha Yahweh, Barak tha Yahushai, Barak tha Yahweh, Barak tha Yahushai, Barak tha Yahweh, Barak tha Yahushai, Kal Elohim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone rule well, being a great example to the younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And Lord, wouldn't this be an edifying lesson, another edition of Measure Thou the Time Diligently. And we're going to get straight into it. Lord, wouldn't this edifying.
But
Maybe it's a glitch in the matrix.
yes,
CEO Mark Zuckerberg introduced what he calls the metaverse.
It speaks 1,000 words about the world we live in. Look around.
Before we go on, they speaking about this metaverse thing. And when you go into the book of Revelation in the blue letter and get that word, let me go back. I'm gonna read the precept. This this Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15, verse 16, it say, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their forehead. And when you go into that word for forehead, it's metapon in the Greek, metapon. Then when you go to the root word of metapon, root word etymology, so let's go to the root word. It's meta. And they gonna actually say it in this video, in the meta, you know. And meta, the couple of the definitions say with, after, behind. That's what it got from meta. It say occupying the intermediate position between, because they trying to put that chip between your head, between in your head, man. It say less intimate than the hence hereafter settings. But it's just strange how the word forehead is metapon, and then the root word of metapon is meta, and they coming out with this metaverse. You know, it's just all a coincidence. But they want to get to the point, because the metaverse now you got the little V, what they call it, the little headset and shit. They want to put that thing inside of you to where you don't even need that. You don't even need that to hook up to the metaverse, man. You'll be automatically connected to it. You know, through their technology, through their RFID, or through they not the it's still the same thing, but through their brain chip, man. The Neuralink, I think that's what it's called. But let's keep going.
You see filters everywhere. Are we living far from reality?
Try to realize the truth. There is no spoon.
I'm amazed at their point of view about reality and about the human brain.
It altered people's thoughts. What is real? What is reality?
Even in my own life, just looking around and being like, oh my God, we're in the Matrix. I would literally think that.
Mr. Anderson.
It's sort of impossible to articulate how it's seeped into our minds and culture. I can't even remember not having seen it. I can't remember my life before the world of the Matrix.
What you know you can't explain, but you feel it.
Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is?
The Matrix as an idea has lasted 20 years. People use terminology like, are you going to take the red pill?
You're either going to take that blue pill or you're going to take the red.
Everything entered pop culture and stayed. We say a glitch in the matrix, the fact that that's a part of the lexicon.
Oh, deja vu.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, he appears to have gone a bit crazy this week, renaming his company to Meta and then going on a strange rant about how we're all going to be living in our computers.
Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home.
And with that Neuralink, you won't have to put on no glasses or no headset. It's going to automatically be connected to the Internet of Things. You're going to be automatically connected to that.
Recreated virtually, it has things that are only possible virtually, and it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
A platform where users will interact in virtual and augmented realities.
This is a crazy...
And there's some bullshit. Nah, I really don't do this, but I'm finna have to do it this time. Oh, Lord willing, I still got it pulled up. I just want to read this little quick article, Salaki. Because this place is done, man. I don't know if they told you. I just read the title. It reads, virtual gang rape result in meta features. Let me see. God damn. I don't know why it ain't loading up. It's a virtual gang rape result in new meta features. It's a social network roll out personal force field for VR avatars, blocking most touch. Meta, former Facebook, was added a personal boundary system to its Horizon virtual reality platform in the response to concern over virtual harassment. The feature, which creates an invisible and impenetrable force field with an almost 4-foot radius around individual avatars, will be turned on by default in both the Horizon Worlds creation platform and the Horizon Venice live event host. Meta revealed in a blog on Friday. So I don't know if somebody got raped or what in the metaverse, but that's what it say. They say while users can apparently still stretch their arm past the new no-go zone in order to deliver high fives, fist bumps, and other less intimate forms of greeting, a Meta spokesperson revealed users would not have the opportunity or of disabling their personal boundaries even if they wanted to be groped or otherwise touched. And just listen at this shit, man. This why the Lord got to come back, because these folks are crazy, man. Motherfucker getting groped in the metaverse, talking about gang rape. Users who try to touch others will find their movement blocked, and the would be recipient of the touch or will feel nothing. And this shit is ridiculous, man. But whoever want to go to that, they can go to it. But virtual gang rape result in new meta features. So I'm guessing somebody got virtually gang raped or whatever. So they changing the features. I don't know. But it's all wickedness, man. Okay, it says she She was set upon by 3 to 4 male avatars with male voices who essentially but virtually gang raped my avatar and took photos. She their avatar getting raped. Can't make it, goddamn fucking with these motherfuckers. But whatever. I ain't finna keep going through that. It's just something I wanted to go to real quick. Let's keep going. Salakia. And this place is through, man. You know.
Idea that you're going to give your life to some sort of augmented or virtual reality world that's created by a guy who's involved in this company whose algorithms are sowing the seeds of distrust and hate all through, but now we're going to fucking let him take over what you see and feel, because you're going to have a new company, and this new company is going to be virtually reality based, where he's literally he reenacted a scene from Black Mirror.
Yeah, well,
which is unironically.
It was only a matter of time before one of these tech billionaires decided to build their own matrix. I get that in a pandemic it is useful to have these extra channels of communication when FaceTime is limited, but the degree of virtual immersion he is proposing surely cannot be good for the generation of young people who have been left riddled with mental health issues and anxiety from his products.
Bella Hadid is opening up about her mental health. On Tuesday, the 25-year-old supermodel shared a screen recording of Willow Smith on her Instagram.
She's one of the most popular faces on ramps and campaigns globally. These tearful selfies that you see of Bella Hadid are not part of an ad campaign. These are a part of her real story, her unfiltered story. Hadid posted these photos on social media. The caption read, "This is pretty much my everyday, every night for a few years now."
Bella then got candid about her ongoing battle with anxiety, sharing raw photos of herself crying in her room and hooked up to an IV.
And these photos
need people through, you know. they America is done. This world structure, all this shit is through, man. The Lord is gonna stop these devils in their track. But that's why the scriptures say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Here it is, this a supermodel, you know, she through. But this Mark chapter 8 and verse 36, it say, "For what shall it profit a man or woman or child if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" You know, because this place is done, man. You know, and in order to make it here, to be a supermodel, a movie star, actor, a comedian, and all this old other bullshit, bro, you gotta sell out, bro. A athlete, a professional athlete, you know, you gotta sell out. You know, to be a Fortune 5, have a Fortune 500 company, to, you know, you gotta sell out to do that shit. Esau gonna allow you to make so much money before he come to your ass making a deal, man. You know.
were her way of sending out a message to these 47 million people. She writes, and I'm quoting, "People forget that everyone is basically feeling the same way, lost, confused, not really sure where they are, why they're here."
He says the new Meta name will better encompass what they do, which is reaching beyond social media. Meta comes from the Greek word meaning beyond.
It is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything.
And they say that when you go into the root word of metapon, it go into beyond. But
thing that we do to reflect who we are and what we hope to build. Starting today, our company is now Meta. Our mission remains the same. It's still about bringing people together.
This is something that Mark Zuckerberg has been really interested in and excited about for months, if not years now. But they really are leaning into it over this next few years. And I think this name change is really emblematic of the future of what he wants his company to look like.
And this is her, the real her. Social media is not...
Let me grab that real quick, because Esau want to Put your ass in virtual reality and all that shit. Damn. So let's grab this real quick since this Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It reads, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first," and that happened, you know. "And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, Esau Edom." That man of sin is Esau Edom, so-called white man. They say, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God." Yeah, this nigga want to make metaverses, all this technology they trying to come up with, AI nanny, and it's another thing I seen. They trying to make a machine that creates life and cells, just all kind of wickedness, man. You know, that's he trying to exalt his technology above Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, it say, "Who exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." You know, and that's what Esau is trying to do with a metaverse and the RFID and the crashing of the economy. All these things, they NWO ultimately. They New World Order is them setting themselves up as God, man.
Real, she says. This is new. Bella Hadid says it was becoming harder for her to not share her truth with the world.
My theory, which is that this is if Zucker is creating a simulation, there's going to be a moment in time where in that simulation you will be able to create another simulation. And if you can simulate in the forward direction, what does that tell us about the backward? That we
right now we're
in simulation.
Yeah.
Because he's creating a
Yeah, a simulation of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I mean, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because we most definitely living in a nightmare right now, man. With you devils running everything, you know. But you ain't gonna go on to make simulation after simulation after simulation, and eventually the low level motherfucker can become their own god. No, because that's basically what he getting into. We can make a simulation and we go back to about the past, basically saying we in the damn metaverse right now. You know, they trying to X the Lord out, man. They sitting in the seat of the Most High, showing that they are the Most High. These Edomites ain't got it, and these Edomites is for this, man. You know, they for these left hand miracles, man, through the technology, witchcraft. You know.
simulation. Inside that's a simulation. Simulation's all the way down. I am not high. I think I do believe I have a stomach flu, which could be making me crazy. But
maybe it's a glitch in the matrix.
Yes.
There are people who are just not engaging in the same. They're not playing the same game that we are. Right? We're essentially drugging ourselves. Robert Nozick is the libertarian philosopher. He talks at one point about what he calls the experience machine. It's the thought experiment. And the experience machine is basically VR. He's writing this in early 1960s. He says, what if there was a machine where you could plug into it, you'd feel the illusion of choice, you'd feel as though your choices had some sort of significance, and it would give you the dopamine hit that you get in regular life. Would you plug into it or would you not?
Right.
And his theory was you wouldn't plug into it because you still want to feel like your life has real-world consequences. But what if everybody you know is in that experience machine?
And if everybody you know in that experience machine, that's what the Lord said. This Exodus 23 and verse 2, it say, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline to decline after many to rest judgment," man. You know, so fuck this shit, man. You know, follow a motherfucker to Satanism, man, because they trying to set this technology up as God, and they show it in all these different futuristic movies, and you know they always talking about AI and all that. You know, soon it's gonna be one nation under God and one nation under AI. You know, and AI we trust, man. Artificial intelligence.
then you're the one who gets left out if you're not
What
in the
is real
experience machine.
world? What is
Right.
real world? I mean, that's what the problem is. That analogy was created before the sophistication of computer systems has reached the point now where you can look at it 20 years from now and you kind of get an understanding of where it's going to be. When you're dealing with what's possible now, I don't think you're going to be able to stop people from doing it because I think it's going to be so overwhelmingly addictive.
A deja vu is usually a glitch in the matrix. It happens when they change something.
I think this is one of the few movies that has seeped its way into every kind of facet of popular culture.
I'll run into young people who've done college courses, all of the philosophies and ideas around the Matrix.
It's this amazing, magical, mythological world that has been created using numbers and digits. But it's...
And with the Matrix and using numbers, and that's ultimately the knowledge that the Lord gave you how to when you create. Because math is real, numbers is real. That stuff is real. You know, we ain't tapped into it now, but when we get them new bodies, we gonna know. And that's what Esau want. You know, Esau wanna, know. He wanna be the Most High. He trying to understand all this stuff, but he'll never understand it, man. And this is not nothing to marvel at, man. All this shit is some straight bullshit.
actually about consciousness. It's actually about thought.
Billions of people just living out their lives. Oblivious.
You'll hear the sentences, "The Matrix changed my life." So I just say, thank you, changed mine too.
That's pretty much the point. And Esau, your matrix will be destroyed, man. And your ass go goddamn go into slavery. You know, then that which is real will exist and everybody gonna know. You know, ain't gonna be no more matrix. It's gonna be what it's gonna fucking be. You ain't gonna be able to be what you wanna be, live your best life and all that old bullshit. No, you're gonna be subjugated to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. You know, you ain't gonna be able to do as thou wilt, man. That philosophy is gonna be done with. It ain't gonna be no Darwinism and all this old other bullshit y'all running around teaching people, having folks confused, don't know what the hell going on, enchanted with all the witchcraft you do, all these spells you cast. No, all this shit is done, man. You devils will not let me get that. This Job chapter 5 and verse 12. And it reads, He disappointeth the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Yeah, and the Lord is going to disappoint all this shit, y'all. Because Esau really want to put your ass in a damn computer, man. He want to change you into a cyborg, you know? Esau really want to do these things, man. Your ass will really be in a actual matrix, man. But we in God matrix right now, man. Esau ruling the earth, you know. Everything is already mapped out on how it's gonna end. You know, we living in a movie right now, and we on the shit end of the stick. You know, been on the shit end of the stick, but we gonna come out the underdogs gonna come out the victors in this movie, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. The Lord is gonna save us through his son, man. He gonna send his son back, you know, the great superhero. In the end is gonna be with action, man. You know, firecrackers, nah, I'm just playing. Nuclear missiles going off, volcanoes, storms, all kind of death and destruction, chariots, so-called alien invasion, because the Lord say he gonna invade them with his troops. You know, it's gonna go down, man. You know, so that's the matrix we living in, but it's, hey, we get the victory at the end of this movie, man. Esau trying to be the most high. Esau thinking about all this technology and think he gonna, take the most high down. If he can just rule a little bit longer. He learn a little more things. He think he gonna be able to take the most high down, but the Lord lifted him up with that pride just so he can bring him down, man. You know, this place done, man. No damn Matrix. You niggas ain't finna, you niggas, Esau, your ass is not finna set up your new world order. You know, with AI and motherfuckers got chips and just running the earth and pure wickedness. No, it's an end to this. Everything you doing that you done did, it was recorded in the scriptures, and everything you thinking about and fencing to do, it was recorded in the scriptures. So the Lord is gonna come through on his promise, man. He gonna stop you devils, man. And we believe that. You know? And Lord willing, we are the elect to take part in this second in the second coming of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and be delivered from this place, man. Delivered out the hands of the wicked, man. Who trying to put us in the matrix. Ultimately, he trying to destroy you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. Ultimately. Because he want he want the blessing. He want the birthright back. He wanna, that he doing all these things because he know we are finna actually get this God power, man. The Lord is finna, our blessings, the blessing that we receive in the kingdom of heaven. Esau envy that, man. That's why he make all these movies, Matrix and all that. And they say a black woman made the Matrix and they stole it as usual. But whatever. This place gonna be destroyed. If this world pass away, and it ain't gonna come into mind again, man. So that's what we hastening and waiting on, man. So with that, Lord willing, this edifying, I want to end to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule well, been a great example to us young brothers in the truth, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Kwam Yashala, Baba, Shalom.